welcome to Dungeons and Dragons, lesson part 1. Today we're going to be talking a lot of different Dungeons and Dragons stuff. I'm here to answer questions. I'm here to help you guys get a little more information on your Dungeons and Dragons journey here, but I am also here today to primarily talk to you about one-shots. However, let's dive into this music that we're listening to right now, because something that I found out as I was looking into doing this was I wanted to be able to play Dungeons and Dragons music that suits what I am talking about in Dungeons and Dragons, right? A lot of DMs love to use music to kind of set an atmosphere of what's going on. So I have all different kind of playlists with all different kinds of music. But when you stream, if any of you guys are into streaming or have paid attention to what's happened on Twitch over the last couple of years, there's this big thing. I just know the acronym DMCA, and people will say you've been DMCA'd, and they shut down your stream because you play music that is copyright protected. And Twitch, unfortunately, is a commercialized thing, which means that we can make money off of this. And thankfully for all of you guys who, subscribe and give bits and stuff, all of that means that this is, in some form or fashion, a commercialized product. So I cannot go out and start playing my typical D&D playlist that I've used in the past that are based off Spotify. Which meant that I had to find a way to be able to confidently play music and knowing that I wasn't going to give Love Thy Nerd shut down, right? Because this is not my stream, this is our stream, all of Love Thy Nerd stream. So I did a lot of research over the past couple of weeks trying to figure out what can I play. And if you go on YouTube, you go to other places, I know a lot of DMs use Sirenscape. If you go to all those, there are things that are called royalty-free music. And at first I was like, this is great. It's on YouTube. I can just play YouTube videos while I'm DMing. No problems. But if you read the fine print, technically, you are supposed to put in what songs you are playing on the About section of your stream. So you can't just play other people's music and not cite where it's from. You know, it's like writing a paper for college, right? Our stream, yes, Lee totally knocked it out. So I wanted to find a way, since we are a multifaceted stream system where I stream on Sunday nights, Silver and Rogar stream every other Saturday night, their D&G stream, which you guys aren't watching, you need to be watching, and then Frost streams during the day on weekdays. So, and Matt and Bubba in the morning and all that kind of stuff. So we have a lot of different people doing things. I didn't want to take up a whole section for a temporary thing that I am going to be doing for this month on Dungeons & Dragons. So, all of that to say, what I did is I did some research, and I found that things like Humble Bundle, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Fanatical, there are also different other websites. Let's see, this one is Raw Pixel, that allow for you to buy fantasy music or video game music in bulk. And what I mean by that is that you are able to buy the songs and use them for commercial use or anything. You're buying the license to these songs. A lot of these songs are played on YouTube. A lot of these songs are on all these royalty-free stuff. And the glory of it is, I get to use I own these songs. I didn't make these songs. I don't get to say these are Ryan's songs, but I own the rights to these songs because I bought the license for them. And so it allows for me to play these songs wherever I want. If I want to stream Dungeons & Dragons in the future, I can play these songs. If I want to put these songs in a video game that I'm creating in the future, I can use these songs. So it's actually a super handy thing to have. I actually just bought one that I am using currently. Some of these are from Humble Bundle. If any of you guys use Humble Bundle, it is a great tool for buying a lot of games, buying a lot of stuff. Humble Bundle has pretty often game developer packages, bundles that you can buy. So I looked over here and I was like, oh shoot, there's a massive RPG game development assets collection, like a shoo-in, right, for what I'm trying to do. So I clicked on this and I saw, okay, a massive RPG game development assets. I looked through it right here. The first thing I see is an RPG exploration music pack for $29. I scroll down, well, what else does this come with? It comes with Metroidvania audio samples. It comes with a lot of sprite stuff that I'm never going to use. But this is an exact example of a way to buy songs that you own. So what I did is I actually didn't buy this one, but I found that this is hosted on something called the Game Developer Market. So I went to the Game Developer Market and I found this album and I saw it was only $14. So I decided this is what I'm gonna get. So I picked this up and you will see these songs in there. 13 original tracks. I can use them without any commercialized stuff. Another one that I used is this website called Fanatical. Now, keep in mind, and I want to be very careful about this, Fanatical sells CD, like game keys, Steam and stuff like that. Every single one of these websites, I'm sure at some point has done some shady business dealings. So I want to be very clear about that when it comes to buying games. However, we're not talking about buying games. We're talking about, again, buying audio bundles. Look at this. So if I go over here, there's something called the Big 100% Royalty-Free Game Music and Sounds Bundle Volume 2. This was, for me, an instant buy. I went over here because, again, a reminder for those of you guys joining later, I am looking for music that I can play for my D&D streams on Twitch that I don't have to worry about, that I can own. And when I look at here, action and combat, Cosmos for like serious time, dark and ambient. You have dramatic, which I don't really use too much dramatic stuff. Let's see, fantasy adventure, medieval adventure, space adventure. Well, space adventure, I tried it, it wasn't that good. Mystical, scary, and horror. I mean, we're talking about so many different albums that have Dungeons and Dragons quality music that I can use, that I can own, that you will probably not hear in very many other things. Because yeah, sure, people are buying this stuff, but like, I'm gonna be real with you. The people who are buying this music and using them in video games, using them on stream, are people like me, who are like, I'm not trying to make $1 bajillion on a D&D stream. And I'm not trying to make a mobile game or a game for PS5 that's gonna sell $1 bajillion sales. Simply all I'm doing is looking for music that I can put online without having to worry at all about a DMC takedown. And that's actually what this is. So I bought all this stuff, and why I said I don't know the song titles is because I had to organize all of these through listening to them individually. If I come over here to my music that I use, I had to sort everything out in folders. And each of these folders is one of my playlists. So I have my adventure playlist, but anyway, I listened to every single song that I bought from this package and a couple other packages that I found online, and I sorted them out into folders, and then I took it a bit further and I added them to Spotify. Now go with me on this. You cannot play Spotify music on stream unless it is completely okay by the author. But thankfully, Spotify allows for us to create our own playlist to our localized music. So Spotify in this case is just a tool where I brought all of those folders into different playlists on Spotify. So this is my Adventure 2 playlist that we're listening to now. This is my Adventure 1 playlist. This is my calm adventure playlist, what I listen to when I'm trying to listen to calmer music. I have my dark playlist for when it's kind of more serious. I have my dark ambient playlist, right? When it's like, dude, we're walking around and it is spooky. My dungeon stuff. When I do Dungeons and Dragons stuff, I typically do a mix of humor and some dark stuff. So it's kind of a little bit of everything. My battle songs, my epic singles that I may have, like epic songs that I want to keep onto, that I can use for specific parts that I want to go into. I'm real big on narration in my Dungeons and Dragons games, as we'll find out tonight. So I will use specific songs, specific parts, and practice them out and make sure that they line up with how I want them to line up. So yeah, bought the songs, organized the songs because they were so disorganized, threw the songs onto Spotify, and then from there, I take it, because I don't want to be using Spotify all the time, I actually edited my Steam Deck to play my Dungeons & Dragons music specifically for streaming. So here's my Stream Deck, this little setup here. Again, I know, let me do this. That way you guys can see a little bit more. Okay, so here's my Stream Deck right here, and here's typically how I have it set up for OBS. So you can see my different views. We're on this one right now. If I went back to camera, that doesn't help. So if I go to chat, you'll see that I go to chat. If I go down here, you'll see that I go down to my desktop. And so I actually have a Dungeons and Dragons playlist where I add all of my playlists to my Stream Deck. I play this music off of Stream Deck. And so that's the music that you're hearing right now. You're hearing my Adventure 2 playlist. I'm just going to start it over. And yeah, so all of this music I am able to play as I need to. And it is truly a joy, truly simple, and I strongly recommend that if you guys are ever looking to stream D&D, buy your own songs. Don't use somebody else's songs. Do it your own way. That's hands down going to be the simplest way for you to be able to play Dungeons & Dragons music, play Dungeons & Dragons without having to worry about being DMCA'd, being banned.